Hey y'all, welcome to Nitro's Corner. And today we're going to be talking about a new series. A series with an MC where the brains of Monkey D. Luffy meet the innocent player-esque Chaddum of Makoto from school days. All while being hunted and searched for harder than the founding Titan in a world so brutal, so gruesome, and unpredictable. It's almost as crazy as Berserk. Today, my friends, I bring you Alright guys, let's get into it. And if you're new to the channel, we talk about all things related, anime, manga, you name it. So if you don't know what to read or what to watch next, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and just, sit back and relax and stay tuned. I got you covered, fam. Today we will be talking about Chainsaw Man. I just recently caught up current on the series, probably like, I don't know, a week or two ago, and I gotta say, I did not expect what I got out of this show at all. I thought it was going to be kind of stereotypical at first, looking at the cover and just reading the description, but oh boy, man. This show, I don't even really know how it's a shonen series. It really blurs the line, it pushes the boundaries to the max. It really just crosses over to touch upon things that, are normally held in reserve for other publishers. Shonen, being censored and whatnot, doesn't want to put that out there in their weekly magazines. Upon first glance of the series, really reading it for the first probably, 5 chapters or so, it really felt like it was going to be stereotypical shonen tropes. This guy is possessed by a demon, or this guy has a demon inside of him and he has to battle for it to not take full possession. You've seen it 100 times, here. I mean, the demon gets inside them and offers strength and power, etc. This series, however, punches you in the face really quickly and it throws all those stereotypical tropes right out the door, saying, we ain't this weak ass shit. And this series, yes, there is demons and there is devils, but rather than just, you consume them or you have them inside of you somehow like every other shonen, this series takes it a little bit of a different approach. Now this to me struck home because it reminded me of Nen abilities, how you can add restrictions and whatnot to make them stronger. Much like Nen, there is repercussions to these contracts or restrictions where to get more power from the demon or devil, you have to make a stronger contract. Now, this could be stuff like, for instance, letting the demon take your eye or a piece of you, part of you, your arm, your soul, whatever. They need something from you to give you power. And it's kind of cool because you can see these super powerful characters in this series. They are almost maimed in a sense. They're not even really humans. They're kind of shells of themselves at this point because they've had to give so much to get that power to succeed and to survive in this Berserk-esque world. And I like this different aspect to the shonen series where, most of the time it's like the demon kind of has to take over more of your body for you to get power. With like Naruto and the Nine Tails, where the Nine Tails kind of takes over and takes control of the body, or in Seraph of the End with Yuichiro, the demon, the devil, angel, vampire, whatever you want to call it, kind of takes over his body, and that's when the power is fully enacted and released. Rather than that, the demon isn't really possessing people in Chainsaw Man. There's just a contract where they allow them to use a set amount of power based off what that contract is. Both sides have to, hold up their end of the contract, which I think is really cool and adds like an aspect of the show that we haven't really seen in any series that I know of before. Now let's talk about the demons and the devils themselves, because this show does a really cool job of creating these demons and devils. Most shows, they're just like random, powerful people. Maybe they were like a sorcerer or something that turned bad, blah, blah, blah. You name it, we've seen it. But in this show, rather, the demons and devils are created off fear themselves and strengthened by that fear. We have things like control, guns, space, power, things like that, chainsaws. Those devils are created by people being scared of these things, mass shootings, war, things like that are creating these devils. And then based off how many people are scared of this thing, it strengthens the demon and devil, which is, I think, a really cool aspect. And they further upon that when we get to see something like, you know, kind of like a primal fear, whereas there are fears that are innate in humans since birth, like darkness, hell, stuff like that. These primal devils have been around since, you know, prehistoric times, where they've strengthened and gotten to the point of almost like gods. I think it's a really cool aspect how they did that, and I'm really interested to see how the show like progresses this. Man, I've said show a lot. This is just an anime. I did it again. No, Connor, no, this is not an anime, it's a manga. Jesus. Lastly, with this series, I want to talk about how creative the fights are and how intense they can be and unpredictable at like almost every turn. This show takes the fights and it puts them in situations where you really don't know if they're going to survive. That mixed with the fact that they're willing to kill off anybody at any time. That's all I'm going to say about that. But back to the fights. You know, they get into situations where they don't know really what the demon's power is, in a sense, and they can control areas, they can control any, like every demon has such a unique and different power. Some we haven't even really gotten explained. We just know that they're so powerful. And the fights are just so brutal, man. Like, the series is really shaping up to be something else. Also, the friendships and the connections between the main trope of characters is really cool, and at first was kind of dull, but it's really grown into something that is relatable in a sense, and really enjoyable to watch as it develops further. So I rate this show right now, honestly, like at 8.5, and it's only at like probably 80 something chapters, maybe it's at 90 now, but it's really entrapped me completely. I read this whole thing probably faster than even Jujutsu Kaisen, which I just rushed to catch up to because it was so amazing and I wanted to like become current so I could talk with all the people that enjoy watching it with me on like the Discord channel and everything. I definitely recommend you guys reading this. It's available on, I believe, Shonen Jump Weekly's app. It's 100% available on Viz. That's where I read it. It's about $1.99 a month roughly. So if you have one of those, check it out. If not, it's really worth it. Look into getting one, guys, and stay tuned because I have another new series, a very, very new series. It's only got 10 chapters. Here's a little sneak peek of what it is. Stay healthy, guys. Stay safe. Stay tuned. I love ya.